everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, my name is Rachel Aust. Some of you will know that I used to work as a fashion and beauty photographer, and some of you will still know that I do some work as a product and food photographer still. Food photography can be one of the trickier genres to get your head around because it's an inanimate object. You have to bring it to life, make it look edible, make it look fantastic, and bring out the best traits in that dish. In this video, I'll be sharing with you some of my basic tips to improve your food photography. I'm not going to go in depth with all the crazy things that can go on, but I will be touching on things that you can do at home. So if you're someone who likes to take photos of their food for Instagram, or you have a blog, or if you have a friend who does, maybe send this to them, they will probably appreciate these tips. That's the sort of stuff that I'm going to be covering in this video, so lighting and props and backdrop and how you're going to set up the photo. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you are new to my channel. Future videos in this taking photo series will cover lighting, they'll also cover portraiture, and they're even going to cover selfies. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. I'm going to jump into the video now. If you do enjoy it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys next time.
Alright, so who's taken a simple photo of their food like this before? Doesn't look too great. I probably wouldn't want to eat it, even though I know the dish is actually quite delicious. So if you're trying to bring out the best features in a dish, you need to bring out all the elements around it. So I'll show you guys how to get from the left to the right, because I took these pictures about 2 seconds apart. When you're feeling more confident, you can even start to step it up into a series like this. The first point I want to touch on is the feeling that you want to convey with the photo. How will the image be used, and what feeling do you want to go for? I wanted something dark that was a tiny bit rustic and that had a lot of greens in it. The second step is to plan. You don't always have to plan on paper, at least just have a rough idea of what you want to photograph and what you'd like to place where. This will help you achieve the look a lot quicker rather than making a lot of mess and having to change it around again and again. I'm not going to go into artificial lighting, so I'll just talk about natural. See these shadows my hands are casting? We do not want that. We don't want the really strong shadows. We want something a bit more like this, so find a spot that has some nice soft lighting. Now for the background, you're going to want to pick something that's going to convey your mood best. So think back to what mood you're trying to photograph, and I decided to go with black because it's a very dark background and I know that I'm going to be having a lot of props, and so the background needs to be quite blank. For food photography, it's very handy to be able to use fresh ingredients. They're very easy props that you can get a hold of. For the plates, I didn't want white because that ruined the mood. Then I had black and grey left. The black was very reflective, and I knew that I would probably catch my reflection in that bowl. The grey is matte, it's still kind of dark, and so that's the one I was going to use. For other props, I'm using pieces of string and some measuring cups and a little jar. Customize these things to suit the shoot that you're doing. So I added in some seeds to the jar. Another funny little prop that I decided to use on this shoot was actually soil. So I had some soil and I coated the carrots in water and then the soil. Think outside the box when it comes to food photography props. You can use just about anything. Now you're going to want to consider the angle that you're photographing from. Are you going to photograph directly from the top or at a 45-degree angle? These are the two most common angles that you'll see in food photography. So as you can see here, that's a photo just from the top, and that's from the 45-degree angle. It does convey a very different mood, and I personally preferred the one that was directly from the top. Now for your depth of field, what would you like to show in the photograph? For a photo directly from the top, you'd probably want most of it in focus. If you're going in a little closer, you'll see a shot soon where I kind of point at the camera a little bit. I wanted mostly just the carrots and the dirt in focus, and everything else I wasn't too fussed if it was a little out of focus. The last point that I'd like to make is add some life into your photo. This could be something as small as taking a bite out of something, or having a spoon in the photo that looks like it's already been used. You don't have to do this, it's totally optional, but I find it looks like the dish is partway through being consumed, and that makes it more relatable. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to see what you guys come up with, so if you decide to post one of your new food photos on Instagram, don't forget to tag me.